Hello, CMA Universe, and welcome to the Curious Matter Aftershow. I'm Sandeep Parikh.
I'm Alison, Haislip, and tonight we are going to go behind the scenes of this week's mind-blowingly epic episode, The Exile Part 7, Kill Order. Sandeep, this has been a ride.
It's been a journey. It's been a space shuttle trip to Mars.
I don't understand how Bryce is still kicking it here.
She's working it, you know? She's like doing what it takes to survive. She's hooking up with people. She
is getting her butt back to Earth, come hell or high water.
That's right. It's been a hell of a season thus far, and I just can't wait for you got to know that some of these characters are getting their comeuppance. Some of these big baddies.
Well, they better.
They got to be going down. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope. We'll see.
Yeah. Is there justice on Mars? We'll find out.
Oh, and speaking of baddies, right, Alison?
Yeah.
Today on this after show, we have got the big baddiest of the big baddies,
Admiral Tycho. Wait, okay, we had Bryce, I love you. Like, I have to go back to that.
Oh yeah.
Because what ends like that? What ends like that?
I like me an audio podcast for this too, because like there's no visual hints as to who shot what.
Yeah, I know. Who did he shoot? Who did Eugene shoot?
We don't know.
And by Eugene, I mean Shell, but Eugene in our hearts. Oh God, I guess we have to tune in 2 weeks to find out.
I guess so.
It's a real cliffhanger.
Because Lord knows
is.
I didn't read the scripts, so.
Literally every
the
person on the
script.
screen is in the show, and none of us know what's happening except for Jonathan.
Yeah.
I know what's happening.
Yeah.
Tiffany,
Don't lie.
I'm hearing all of it.
She read the scripts.
To all of our streaming friends, we are joined by our very special guest, Alexander Matos. You've seen this guy on the stage at the Pasadena Playhouse, the Trinity Repertory Theater, the Rights and Reason Theater. Go Brown alum. You're a Brown alum in here?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Go Bears.
All right, go Bruno.
Providence.
And Pravi for life. Eastside Pockets for life. All right. A Noise Within Theater, the National New York New Play Network at the Kennedy Center. So we're so happy to have you, Alexander. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, as always, we
welcome.
have Tiffany Smith and Jonathan Pezza, our OGs who are here to spend the evening with us. Wait, Alexander, I have to go back.
I'm
we go
sorry.
back real quick?
I'm going to be doing emojis nonstop. I can't help it.
Yeah.
That's not going to help.
Let
the
him-
audio
let him fly.
podcast, Tiff.
Let him fly.
That's right.
Were you guys saying
The audio
that
description.
Were you guys saying that Brown University has a mascot called the Bears? They're the Brown Bears.
Well, it's
Yeah,
a
we're the
bear.
Brown Bears. It's very
Really?
very
On the
exciting.
Yeah.
Like,
And then my
the most
undergrad was
generic
also a
mascot.
bear. Right.
Your what was also a bear?
My
Alexander?
undergrad school also I went to Berkeley for undergrad, so it's the Golden Bears. So for some
Okay,
reason-
just relax there, Alexander.
Seriously.
Sorry, I went to
Yeah.
Berkeley and Brown. What is
Well,
happening?
they pay for me to go. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been there.
Oh God, what?
Wow.
He's like, let me just
level
drop
back.
these bombs so
I
you guys
know.
know who you're dealing with here.
Who's the
Bears
smartest
have been
person on
following
the
me around.
podcast? We now know.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus. Okay,
Definitely not us
Jonathan.
because we had to restart the
As a MacArthur Genius Grant,
Yeah.
Now the creds are coming out.
Yeah. Let it be known who's who.
as
Oh
a
my
Rhodes
gosh.
Scholar, I
Yeah.
have to say
The Nobel Prize winner.
Jonathan, how did you pick up a Mensa participant to be in your audio drama?
That's more a Tiffany question.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this one was Jeff Torres, who's in the show. Literally, I was like, we need somebody that's Brazilian. We need like a Brazilian accent, like a real one. And I remember I was like, I was like, do we know anyone that can do it?
I
Jeff was
tried,
like,
but it was pretty bad.
Jeff was the
Yeah.
old prospector,
offensive.
like tech dealer tonight
Yeah.
in the show.
Yeah. Jeff was like,
Ruffles.
so I do know somebody. He's a theater actor. Like, do you want to talk to him? I was like, absolutely. So we chatted, and he was awesome. Like, Alexander sent us. I think you sent us 1 or 2 auditions. Did you send us 2 tapes?
Just a
You
couple
actually
different
made him
tapes.
audition? The rest of
Because
us,
we
like
didn't-
low lifes, you just handed us jobs and you made him
Don't
Listen,
you know, baby? Don't you know in this town? Come on.
Right.
There is an occasional
Maybe for the
audition
next
on the
one,
show.
they'll just hand
Yeah.
me something. But I'm
Yeah, of
happy to
course.
do
We
it.
know your voice now.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, sorry,
Oh,
your
yeah,
IQ is only 172. We're gonna have to see if you're good enough for
If
this.
he'd led with that, I'm
Yeah.
a Mensa
It wasn't
Nobel
enough
Prize
that he
winner, I don't
was-
think we would have auditioned him.
Berkeley and Brown.
But yeah,
That wasn't enough.
he sent in the tape and we were like, yeah, he's perfect. And then it was just great because it's one of those things where it's like, as an actor, you don't ever want people to be like, hey, can you speak this language and translate this stuff for us, but with an accent? It's like having someone who really knows the accent and who can do it and correct stuff for us is so helpful. Like, he just came in and crushed it.
I sort of wrote that character with like Batman well in my head, and was just like, when then we got to the end of it, we're just like, we should not do that. We should.
So,
We got another Alexander Matos. Sorry.
yeah. Wait, so Alexander, have you done
That's funny. That's a
audio
funny
drama
reference.
before? Have you done voiceover? Have you done anything like that?
This is actually, I'm a huge weeb. I've been like watching cartoons my whole life. This is something that I always wanted to do, voiceover stuff. But this is actually the first time I've ever kind of literally just done it, explored it. So this was really fun for me. But yeah, anyway, so this is the first time I heard it, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty sick. It's pretty badass. And then I've been following along with all of the episodes beforehand, and just like for the opening part, I listened like the production quality on the sound effects and just like spatially with like the binaural stuff. It was like super sick. So I'm just like happy to be a part of it.
I wanted to know, Alexander, what was your reaction to listening to yourself doing voiceover for the first time?
Initially, I was like, oh, like, because the way that our voices are inside our head, they resonate with our own cranium. So it sounds different. So I was like,
He's smart enough to know that.
Oh, yeah. Cranium, that's an SAT word. And so it was initially, it's always kind of like off-putting, but then like you kind of get into it. And then I started critiquing my performance a bit. I was like, maybe I could have done something a little bit here or there. But overall, it was like, it's fun. And then with having everyone come in and like, because when we record it, it's just like line by line, or actually Tiffany helped me in between, like she was reading off mic, I was gonna say off camera, but to hear all the production together is like, it like brings it all together for sure.
So how does this compare to how you prepare for something on the stage?
Well, I think especially because there is such an emphasis on creating an oral, like a vocal world, like with sound and stuff. Firstly, I wanted to make sure that like I got like the accent down, because like, Brazilian accent, there are like so many different dialects within Brazil. I'm from Belo Horizonte, which is the capital of Minas Gerais, which is the mining state. And my region has a different accent than another region. And there are certain things that like might not be intelligible over like audio on first listen, because like an accent can be quite thick. So then I was trying to figure out where are moments where I can, and we did that in the moment too, like, oh, is there possible to dial back this specific sound here so that we can get the point across? And so it's all about like figuring out how to serve the story the most. And I actually read the whole script, even like all the 6 episodes before, to make sure I knew what the thread was. So
You're such a pro.
Do your homework.
I did my homework.
Of course.
And it was
Gold
like my
star.
first VO thing. So I was
Gold
like, I want to
star.
make sure I do it
He's
right,
coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like,
We're such delinquents.
Didn't you learn at Brown that you can just wing it and still get by? That they'll
well,
never fail
when
you?
I feel comfortable and safe, I'll do that. But it's like I didn't want to show up and at some place I didn't really know what was going on, and then be
you
like,
walked
oh.
into Jonathan's closet and you're like,
Yeah, I was
wait,
like,
what am I
let's
doing
go.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's like, I think the cool thing about like the show and just the group in general is like, even though he was new to the bunch, it's like now he's just a part of the family, where it was like, we did the audio drama together, and then I was doing the play and Fringe Festival. I was like, hey, Alexander, can you talk to me about doing plays? And then the
Oh, that's
Kickstarter
cool.
for like the Kickstarter for Deepest Darkest, like we had a fundraiser and he showed up there to support too. So it's like,
Yeah, man.
it's really cool just to kind of see how this like Curious Matter anthology world just keeps growing, and we keep like adding new people here and there, and then they just become a part of the family, which is so cool. I love it.
It's been sick. I mean,
This is
y'all are
so
super
fun
welcoming,
shit.
so of course I'm gonna show up, support.
We'll get ready to do 4 voices next season, because that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
happens
Great.
to all of us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm playing
Yeah, you
3
could do-
characters in a play right now here at Baltimore Center Stage. I'm doing a Pride and Prejudice play where I'm playing every other suitor except Mr. Darcy, So I think I'll add one more for the
Wow.
next show we do.
You're all the
Nice.
rejects.
You're all.
I'm all the rejects. Yeah. And they're all very different too. So it's like I have a quick change for 10 seconds and then I come back in and they're like, what? Is that the same person?
Do you get wigs or something?
Well, I'm wearing hats because it
Okay.
feels for a couple of the
Oh, yeah,
characters.
there you
also, you
go.
don't want to mess up the curls, you know?
Yeah, I got it.
So-
Yeah, for sure. What so you said there was a variety of Brazilian accents that you could have chosen. Which one did you land on? Was it the one that was native to your
Yeah, I
upbringing,
figured
or- okay.
because it didn't seem like. Also, this is like in futuristic kind of Earth world as well. So just as like accents in the U.S. have
Right.
slowly started melding, I took a little bit from a few distinct regions, and I kind of based it primarily on mine, just for familiarity and just time-wise, like how much time I had to spend on the project itself. But so it's
Jonathan
like,
made me like do these hard R's for Martian,
Yeah.
like that was R. Like, was there a
Mars.
Brazilian accented equivalent of the hard R, or did you just like carry that over, or what?
well, so
was there
something that's kind
anything-
of interesting is our D's sometimes sound like j's. So instead of good, we would say guj.
Oh, I did notice
Good.
that. I did
Mhm.
notice that you did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And so
we
sometimes
all
you'll
did those sometimes, and we
Right.
I tried to keep as many in as you could understand.
Yeah. But sometimes it's
Yeah.
like, wait, that doesn't sound like, on first listen. So yeah, the ones where it was like, we're trying to get the main story across, we're like, okay, let's pull back a little, and I'm like, oh yeah, totally.
So
But yeah,
how
I think
much
people-
coffee do you actually drink?
Oh, that's not a great question. My friends and family are gonna hate me for saying this, but it's like, it is actually like 5 cups a day. And during the
Wow.
pandemic,
Why
I
would
thought
they
that,
hate you?
well, because
wanna-
everyone's saying that I am drinking too much coffee and it's bad for me. But I feel great.
5 cups. 5 cups of full caffeine.
Well,
Full
so during the
caffeine.
pandemic, I was working like this weird, like I created like a nonprofit for these rich people, and I was
We
working
get it.
16
You're
hours.
an amazing human. Okay, fine.
The point is, I was working 16-hour days, and I was drinking what I thought was like 3 or 4
Yeah.
cups of coffee a day of instant coffee, and it says 1
Yeah.
teaspoon. And here I am with my tablespoon, putting like three cups as 1 cup, and I was drinking like 12 cups. So then now
just drinking
5 cups
dirt?
for me. Yeah, I'm a degenerate. Just like
Yeah.
pure Nescafe, and just
Well, it's all the dirt that
You
it's
know.
leftover dirt that he has from working at Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, right. After I
So-
did Doctors Beyond
Yeah.
Borders or Without Borders, right? Yeah.
No, that's incredible. So 5 cups a day. That's
Yeah, 3
something.
to 5.
That's something. I am like, a piece of me wants to just stop everything and have an intervention right now.
That's what. That's
Alexander,
usually
that's actually
the
why we
response.
called you here. We're not even
Can I get
live
you
on
down to
Twitch. This is
4? Just 5 seems like your heart's gonna like beat out of your chest and then punch you in the throat. Like
I'm
like,
trying. I'm trying to
Guess
maybe.
you're still
I love
young
the
and-
taste too. As Brazilians, we like grow up with like
Yeah.
café com leite. We have it like just a little
so
touch.
that's what I was gonna ask. Is there like, what's your now? You must be the expert. Tell me the best the coffee to get. Tell me
Well-
is there like, is it café con leche? That's your thing, or is it?
I mean, I just like it black. Just straight.
But just like drip coffee, or is there like a? Because now
specific-
people are treating
right,
coffee like
now,
it's
now
wine.
we have like
man.
all the contraptions, the mega espresso machine.
I just
with,
had. Yeah, I just bought.
like they have the head scratcher thing for the coffee to
Yeah,
make it even.
just-
I
I just bought one that was called baklava and mango.
Oh, that
And
sounds
it's regular.
good.
No.
It just has like notes of it, and they're treating it like wine now. It's crazy. Okay, fine. We'll
I'm
talk
sorry.
about it after.
Yes.
Simplexus wrote in the chat, if he was drinking instant coffee, this guy doesn't know, which I was like,
yeah.
you were just like putting slugs.
He's
into
right, I
water,
really
Oh
basically.
don't.
my god! I really hope it's not instant coffee.
Again, a degenerate.
Oh my
It's just I'm
gosh.
huffing that brown stuff.
Okay. Well, speaking of degeneracy, how was it to play a villain? Is that something you play often?
Oh, it's so
No,
fun.
he plays
No,
every
I'm-
rejected suitor.
Right.
Well, yes. Which, in a way, those are
Which
villains.
is a
There
villain.
are some villains. Yeah. There's some
Yeah,
villains in
some
in
of
the
them.
3 of those.
Yeah. Mhm.
Or a
It's-
villain origin story.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of
Girl
incel-y, right?
ruins a
Who
city.
knows? Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, takes over a planet.
Yeah. Sends the ships over. This is all for that lady that I missed. The one that got away.
Yeah.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah.
But
So take me through your feelings of playing Admiral Tycho, this like villain.
I mean,
of
it's
all
always fun
villains,
to play
really.
a villain, you know? Especially I'm like
Yeah.
relatively young-faced and like boyish. So like at least on camera, no one's gonna be like, "Oh, this guy looks like he could be a serial killer," even though they don't know me. Right? It's always the sweet ones. But
You 100% could be a serial killer. You just wouldn't be
100%.
this guy
you.
on camera.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so sweet. I really appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no worries. Upon a 6th cup of coffee.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what he says,
exactly.
I feel like that was something that was fun about Tycho as this character too, because it's like you want to kind of know that there's something that's off about him, but he's not blatant. Like it's not 100% off the bat. You're like, could he? Is he there? I don't. And then it just like
Right.
keeps developing more and more. So it was fun to get to hear Alexander doing the voices and kind of like the voice for him and kind of like seeing. It was almost like a put on less confidence, and then like as he got more
Playing the
villainous,
game.
more and more confidence came
It just
out.
came
you know,
out, yeah.
yeah, which I thought was really
the layers of Admiral
Mhm.
Tycho.
cool.
Like an
Mhm.
onion or Shrek.
That's right. Shifting gears just a little bit, I just want to talk about and revel in the death of Todd Stashwick's character.
Oh,
Because anytime Todd dies, it's just really fun. It's just like it's really.
I mean, he
I don't
does
know, is that
die
a sick-
quite
that-
often, and everything.
He
We can't have his
does.
character live.
I
Yeah.
had to give him some great catchphrases in this one.
did,
yeah.
He had to have
Yeah.
some good ones.
Yeah, because it's
I
you know,
mean-
he's such a great character, and gotta give him.
Todd
his due.
is one of those people that like, he ends up doing villains, even
Oh,
though he's
yeah.
the sweetest, kindest,
You-
most like
you
wonderful
love to
man.
hate Todd. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He's
just
like-
plays those characters so well. It's like literally you just
Yeah.
hear his voice, and it's like
Like,
so
can't wait till this
perfect.
guy dies.
But I think
But that was
it
a-
works so well because it's like
Yeah.
there even if he's a villain from the jump, it's like there's still something underneath that makes you connect to the character because it's Todd. Like
Yes.
which
Yeah.
not everyone
Totally.
can do.
He's
Um,
still
he's-
he's always the villain, but he's the villain that you're like, maybe if life had been
But-
slightly different, he could have been the good guy.
Yeah.
100%.
He's got an inherent charisma to his
Right.
villain.
It's that daddy
villainry.
charisma too. You see that like silver fox. Or he sounds like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Grizzled.
Yeah.
I'll give away the spoiler that there's going to be a really, really great mini-sode coming up for
Oh.
for everyone
Todd.
who.
That is kind of the nice way
wants-
this season has been running. Is like even after we lose a
Right.
character, we still get a glimpse of them in the
Mhm.
mini episodes later on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
kind of get this. Which there was a great comment that was like, how dare you kill characters we love and then give us an after episode? with
Yeah.
them?"
It's like what Grey's Anatomy does all the
Ultimately.
time. They kill off
But
I feel like
characters,
it-
and then like 3 seasons later, they're like,
Yeah.
"Here's a flashback for your favorite
It's ver-
character that you'll never see again."
It's very
It would
6
be
feet
worse
under.
if it was the other way, though. Like, I feel like if you
Yeah.
gave them the episode and they get super
then
connected,
kill
and then
them.
you're like, deuces, like that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
That's
what
also-
should be done actually, because you get more of like an emotional response.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're,
Rage
they, were,
rage bait's always great too, you know.
they were gone too soon, and then you get
True.
like one more little like
Mhm.
peek in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed not dying this episode.
You
All
survived.
you did was lose an arm. All you did was lose an arm.
Just an arm, and which for radio, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mars, you could probably
Doesn't-
find a prosthetic, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like
Why-
a badass
you now-
one.
you-
Or just like
arm-
take it off a corpse. Huh?
You now match Daedalus Lost.
I'm sorry. Did you just say you were going to take an arm off of a corpse?
Yeah, this isn't The Walking Dead.
I mean, Rand is very resourceful, and he'll find a fresh, like a kind of still warm corpse.
Ew.
This is a whole other show.
Some, like grafting and some, like isn't there any like what do you call it, organ exchange going on? And
An arm is not an
Probably.
It's like
organ.
Buffalo
Yeah,
Exchange,
probably.
but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyond the skin on the
Thrifted
arm,
organs.
there is no organ.
Listen, have you ever seen that
Crossroads.
horror movie? There's a horror movie called The Hand, where someone's hand gets cut off and then they replace it and it's a serial killer's hand and then the hand goes and kills people. So you better be careful which
Ooh,
hand
that's
Rand gets
true.
put back on.
Ooh.
Right.
Isn't that
It's
that's
a scary
basically
movie.
like the Evil Dead gag?
It is
like,
Evil Dead.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
where
please-
it's like
Can we please get Rand some sort of cool prosthetic?
That's season 4 of
Yeah.
the Curious Matters anthology.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Just give him a portal gun for a hand. That's
Maybe
a,
some like
A
people
portal
always
gun,
ask-
nanoparticle that shifts. So you get like an axe one turn, and then you like shift into laser gun. You know,
Yes.
You're just basically
I mean-
Optimus Prime.
yeah,
Or Cyborg.
transformer.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like it is crazy though, because like we said at the beginning, this is the penultimate episode, so there's a lot of stuff that happened. Like this, I think, is one of my favorite episodes because there's so much stuff that you reveal, and there's so many characters in it. I
This
mean,
was
I
a
think,
longer. Who?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the longest so far. The next one's the longest. Yeah.
and like getting Colin in there, like I absolutely loved the stuff that Colin was doing in this episode, where it's the kind of like underneath everything that's
Yeah.
going on, where he's just talking to himself, and so you're getting to
Yes.
see so much more from all of these characters because we've spent time with them at this point. I think this
Yeah,
was
how's
was
your-
this
How are you doing
Jonathan
on
the
sleep?
did this episode take you the longest?
How you doing
to
on
edit?
sleep there, buddy?
Was this
as of now.
yeah?
Just wait
5
until
cups of
2
coffee
weeks
a
from
day?
now.
I'm still trying. I'm not. I'm past the point of exhaustion. It's bad, but I am. I have more than that.
It'll get
I
you somewhere.
definitely-
That's for
I
sure.
definitely. We're past that point of caffeine. It's. I'm doing my damnedest to try to get early access for 8 out this week. By Friday. So yeah, it's tough.
Well, we need
Okay,
to
well,
know who
don't-
got shot. Who shot
I mean-
JR, Jonathan? Who shot JR?
I mean, not at the expense of your health.
CIA.
though.
You'll
Oh,
have to.
yeah.
You'll have to find out in 2 weeks.
Oh man.
Oh,
This is like
man.
something that I will say that I'm like, the crazier the episodes get, the more time it takes for Jonathan. But also, it's like one of those things where, we did this through Kickstarter. And so it is a
Wow.
small operation. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody who's stuck with us through all of this
Yes.
because, like, it is a labor of love. And Jonathan is definitely losing sleep. But it's one of those things where it's like we're all so proud of it and so happy to do it, and so it's awesome that if we do have to do those days where it's like, hey, we're going to push it a little bit, that you guys have all been like super on board for it and supportive and ready to listen as soon as it comes out. Because the other thing too is that like obviously we want to get it to you guys as soon as possible, but like there is a certain level of like awesomeness that Jonathan has stuck to, and then it's like we don't want to put it out before then, and so I just always think that that's something where it's like we always want to see stuff at the best level, but when it is a smaller operation like a Kickstarter or something, like I love that the fans totally support and understand and are right there with us. So thank you guys all for
Yeah.
everybody that listens along with us, because we see it, we see you.
Mhm.
There are other ways, by the way, because I think off of that emotional sort of monologue, let's say, that we're all feeling the feels. We all want to support poor Jonathan, who. So if you want to,
So heartfelt, Sandeep.
if you want to do that, then guys, we got some new merch for you,
That is
Okay?
true.
and so
Some
you can
badass
get out there
nerd
and
merch,
support.
should we say?
It
Some
is.
Look at that
badass
segue.
Interstellar
Look at that segue.
Space Ninja Assassin merch. Okay,
Hold
you
on.
guys, we asked for it last week, and then you actually made it.
That's how
thought
I
you were
work.
kidding.
I know.
So, are you going to share your screen? Because that would be dope.
I'm trying to bringing up the listing right now so I can share
Here,
the
let
screen.
me.
Badass
also
Interstellar
be
remember how to
Space
use-
Ninja Assassin.
Mm-hmm.
No, what
Say
you have
that
to do is
Can I-
hide.
The big black bug bled black. Say that 26 times.
The big black bug bled big black blood.
Why is it big
That's
black
the,
blood?
I don't know why.
We got it?
Hey,
What just happened?
Look at
Oh.
that.
Oh, there's hoodies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it says it might be hard to see on screen unless your thing's blown up.
Just because
Badass Interstellar Space Ninja Assassin, which was like
the
Mhm.
line from the last
Yeah.
episode.
pretty
Mhm.
dope. Pretty
And
dope.
there's
Is
so
there
there's
other-
I
there's
like
mugs.
T-shirts
This
with
is
that
the
too, right?
this is the there's t-shirts, there's mugs of it. Yeah, there's the sticker.
That is a good sticker for a laptop.
I
Mars
feel
makes
like
you all meatballs.
our merch is doing is pretty spectacular this season.
Yes.
Mhm.
Badge
Mhm.
stickers
Yeah.
dope too.
Yeah.
The
So
poster.
this is a way that you guys can really support us, support Jonathan for putting all this energy, effort, and love into the show. And then you can, people come up to you and be like, "What do you mean Mars makes you all meatballs?" And you'll be like, "Well."
Okay, my favorite line that got thrown out in this episode was I might be quoting it a little bit wrong, but it was like, "What happened to that shaken, not stirred bravado?"
Hmm.
It's something Bryce yells at Shell.
Shell.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
don't lose that shaken, not stirred bravado. Something like that. Jonathan's like, I have
Nice.
no memory of writing this line. I'm too tired.
Where is that? No, wait. Where's that shaken, not stirred bravado now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah, there it is.
Shaken.
I mean, I
not
think
stirred
that's also
bravado.
something fun in this episode, getting to see the interactions between Bryce and Shell at this point, where it's
Yeah.
like, he is more emotionally attached to her and willing
All
to
he
share
wants to
that.
do is run away with his lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
It's
he
the
wants to do is run
post-coital
away. Aw.
energy, post-coital
Yeah.
The
vibes.
family show.
Bryce,
But
I
you know
love
what?
Dang.
What?
No. Oh my gosh.
And this is why Jonathan writes the episodes and not you guys. Bang. Oh, I love you. Bye. What?
I love you. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm trying to
Exactly.
think of a penultimate episode of a show that had like such a drastic ending like that. Like such a
okay.
cliffhanger. Where you're like,
Hmm.
what? I know they exist.
They exist.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think this is like
This is it.
It's the only
this
one
is
who's
a good
ever
one.
done it.
You know what I'm saying?
This
This
is
is like
I don't know why.
what's
the
better
Si-
than that?
I mean,
the Simpsons who shot Honey Burns.
Loki
That's what it
wants
reminds
to.
me of.
Loki has some thoughts.
Oh
Mm.
yeah,
He does.
Loki
Opinion.
knows.
He's like, listen.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
He's
about
like,
the
have you
penultimate
seen
episode.
All Dogs Go to Heaven too? Because that. Amazing. Well, I think Loki is telling us that it is time for us
Yeah.
to
Ooh.
transition to the
Oh.
Exiles list
Ooh.
with
what is that?
Alexander.
Alexander, this is
Exiles
for you.
list?
Oh,
Well,
we'll give,
Loki
give
chills.
Loki his close up in a second.
Yeah.
There's just someone there's a dog barking, and he's like, hello, hello, hello.
I am also a dog.
Outside.
There is also
Yeah,
a dog
yeah, yeah.
here.
I hear dog.
All right. Are we good? Okay. So, Alexander, we're
Yeah.
going to do a little rapid fire questions with you.
Oh,
5
shoot.
questions, just first thing that pops into your head. Okay.
Okay.
And we expect the most brilliant answers from you because.
Oh well, you're about to learn real fast how dumb I really am.
How much coffee have you had
Yours.
today?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to pick another?
I think we're gonna know
We're
the
good today,
answer
it's
to
just
this first
3.
question.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. All
Yeah.
right. Here we go.
Yeah,
The Exile list with Alexander Matos. If you were exiled to a foreign planet, what would you bring?
Oh, coffee. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. What is one sci-fi show, book, or movie that you'd bring with you?
Show, book, or movie? Dang. Oh, it's got to be instant.
No thinking.
I just saw Megalopolis, and that's sci-fi, and I like all of the hot takes and the discussion on it right now, and I'm gonna bring
Okay.
it with me to have a moment with, I guess, myself because no one else is there.
Yeah,
I actually feel like that's the least shocking thing you could have said. Like, of course, that's
Right.
what you said. Okay, what is the one food you would bring?
Oh, okay. So it's 2 foods, but it's one. It's rice and beans, for sure. It's my
I think I'll
comfort
allow
food.
it. 'Cause
Right,
you
it's
complete
like-
the protein. You complete the protein.
Yeah, it
You
is
gotta,
a complete
you know,
protein. You got the grain and the legume,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like all Brazilian food. You have rice and beans and like a little meat
Yeah,
or like
that's-
some
yeah.
chopped up collard greens.
How could you
Forget
not
about it.
say?
And we
how
have
could-
we have some sand called farofa, which is fried
Yeah.
yuca flour, and everyone thinks
Oh,
it's
yeah.
sand, but it's not sand.
Oh, no, I love that stuff. You
It's
dip a
very
plantain in
sand,
that? Mm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I do like that stuff. I'm amazed that you didn't say that cheesy bread that you guys.
Pão de
that was-
queijo. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
cheese
just
bread.
like the
Yeah, that's
fucking
good.
best.
That actually comes
Okay,
from my
anyway.
city too, the best one.
Oh really?
Ooh.
All right.
Nice.
I'm stowing away in your luggage.
Yeah,
next time you go. Do you think, Alexander, that you would survive on Mars actually, or in the world of the Exile? Would you, Alexander Matos, survive?
You know, I like to think I'm pretty optimistic. I'd find a role. I'm a short king, so I don't know how much I would be able to
Okay.
do as far as like being a freight carrier or whatever, you know. But I think I could be a
Mhm.
street rat or
Yeah.
some kind of
Like Aladdin?
reconnaissance or yeah. I mean, definitely I could be Aladdin, the Mars
Kylo.
Aladdin, or some kind of revolutionary up in
Mars
you know.
Aladdin.
Yeah, I'd probably
Yeah.
join you know, and just get killed in the corner, but I'd survive for most of it. I think.
Listen,
Nice.
he would not survive because there's not real coffee on Mars.
Oh, that's
Oh.
Real,
Oh,
like,
you'd be drinking the
right
algae
there.
or
He's
whatever.
bringing it, Tiffany. He
I'm
chose
bringing
He
to
it
bring
brought
with
it.
me.
Yeah, he brought it with
Yeah.
him.
I have
That's
canisters of
psycho.
instant coffee too. I don't even need water. I just put it in my gum.
That's true.
like it's dip, like a packet
Like
of
it's
dip.
dip. Yeah, packing dip.
Well, you know
All right,
those
last
domes also like
question.
have tight spaces. So as a
Right.
fellow short king, I'm just saying I think they might need us in maintenance. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead.
exactly. There you go.
All right, last
I could be a
question.
G-man.
Would you, Alexander, ever live on Mars?
Well, I think that would really have to take into consideration the situation on Earth. You know, it's like I feel like I have a job to do here. We all have jobs to do, and we have to
Yeah.
take care of each other. If it's like an escapist kind of thing, I'd want to fight. I'd want to like love my fellow human and my family and friends. But if it's like for vibing or like establishing a new colony, then yeah, I would go.
For vibing. I would totally live on Mars for vibes. So why
For
not?
vibes, yeah, why not?
This is what, like,
Yeah.
the most realistically thought out answer that
Yeah,
anyone has
for
given
real.
on this show. If
Hell
it
yeah.
were to escape, no, because I would want to love people here. But
Yeah.
for
Well,
vibes,
Well, yeah, I mean,
you
there'd
know,
be stuff
sure.
going up. Like, who's really going to Mars? It's like the people who got the funds for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
this
Yeah.
is
I
not
agree with-
part.
All right, we're going to never. Yeah,
Hold on. This is not part of the Exile Rapid List. I just have to ask this question because I have no idea what this means in chat. So, and I'm just really interested to see what this answer is. But Simplexus is asking us to ask you about your boy dinner.
Oh my god.
Oh, geez.
So, well, I call it dog food for boys.
What?
And it's essentially what it is a perfectly thought out macronutrient considered meal that is effectively gruel. So I have my rice and beans, I have my tofu scramble, I have some veggies, and I just, you know, like I have a tube of or a tub of super firm tofu that I just crush in my hands so it becomes crumbles. Obviously, I wash my hands. I put it all in the wok there. I throw some peas. I microwave frozen peas and some spinach, a little miso, and yeah, and then I stir it all up, and it's got some good macros for carbs, fats, and proteins. And when I'm in a rush and, you know, I don't want to really think about what I'm going to cook, that's a quick little boy dinner that I got there, which is Dog Food for Boys TM, available
We all have
on
something to say.
Factor.
Listen,
Please tell me it's called gruel with 2 U's and an umlaut.
It's better
No.
now, yeah.
So here's the
I
thing.
have
Yeah.
to say, if you know who Jeff Torres is, who connected us with Alexander,
Yeah,
that dinner
I don't.
makes so much sense.
Yeah,
They
we're
are like-
probably brothers.
They're basically the same human.
Yeah, and this
like,
is why I think I would survive on Mars too, because I'm okay with boy dinner with dog.
How
food
is
for
that
boys.
not the food that you wanted to bring?
Yeah.
That should have
Well,
been your
I just
food.
brought
to
part
bring.
of it.
That's
Yeah,
the
but that's
whole
too much. You said
meal.
one food, and I thought I was
Yeah,
pushing it
yeah.
with the rice and beans.
But
you know?
gruel, you could just say gruel with an
Gruel.
umlaut, and then
No,
that
but
would
this is
count.
specific. This is specific.
Boy
dog
dog
food for
food.
boys. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
boy
yeah.
dog
Dog food for
food.
boys. TM.
Is this how they
People
taught you to
have
eat at
questions.
Brown?
No, well, this is
No.
actualized. I've transcended the need for nutrients on the day to day.
Got
Now
it.
I'm just like ingesting this and the dew of the
Now-
universe. You know.
Yeah, I don't
you-
think
listen-
Spike's Junkyard Dogs was evenly balanced.
Dude, spikes are the best. But okay, listen, we can make fun of Alexander as much as we want, but we all did Google you right before we came on, had you on
yeah.
the show.
And
And let's
your
just say
first
the
photo
pictures
is
that
just
showed up.
abs. It's
Yeah,
like all
It's
Really?
all
abs.
abs. It's mostly abs.
It's literally
And
the
the
number
first
one
one?
photo.
So whatever you're eating, just keep eating it. It seems to be
Right.
doing well
There you
for
go.
you.
Y'all,
Dog food
we
for
won't
boys,
show
get you
you,
jacked
but if
as
you
a
want to
pit
see
bull.
some abs, if you want to try
Yeah,
to,
for those
maybe we should
interested.
make that a game. Count the abs.
Yeah, it used to
mean-
be 8, but I kind of been, I let myself go, so it's now just a 6-pack, unfortunately. You know, that's how you know you fall off, man.
And I have
Yeah,
6 abs.
I know. Don't make
Listen.
fun of me. I know it's really bad.
When building the villages
Oh,
in the
geez.
Congo,
Right.
For
Right.
you need to remain fit.
You do. That's why I,
Oh man.
Well, all of you were
Intense
drinking 2
calisthenics.
bottles of wine during lockdown. I was saving the
Right.
world on my highly
Yeah,
caffeinated
exactly.
boy dinner.
He donated 2 abs to a child in the rainforest.
Which is why I have 6 instead of 8. Yeah.
Sorry guys, I have to
Yeah.
do it. So I'm showing them.
Oh, you're showing them the abs? Oh my god.
Wait, that's
I
actually not a
love
great
this.
photo. I have better lighting, a better one.
Oh god.
I mean, this is not a
Oh
great.
man.
This is not a great photo. He says.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay, you know
God.
what? Then put my face on it. How about that?
You have more abs than any of the rest of us on this screen.
No, we all have the
That's
same
all
amount
of us
abs.
put together.
Then
Yeah.
all of us put together, you have more abs.
I mean, it's literally your first photo.
I guess so. I mean, I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't put the SEO on that, so I think that's just what the world wants.
This only gets better. Hey, this is
Jonathan, are you crying,
So-
Jonathan?
Yes.
so informative.
Jonathan's like, all I want to do is go to bed. All I
Yeah,
wanna do-
he's got to put this other episode together on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it is that time. I think there's no
yes.
better way to go out than this. So it's time to wrap things up for this installment of the After Show. Thank you to everyone who came out to be a part of this live experience. We love seeing your names in chat, and you've been on this journey with us. Amazing. We'll be back in 2 weeks. So come on out, join us live for our last After Show of the
Finale.
Damn.
the last one of the season, October
Crazy.
15th at 7 p.m. PT Pacific time. Again, that was October 15th, 7 p.m. Pacific on twitch.com/effinfunny, EFFIN funny.
Yes, thank you so much to our guests, Tiffany, of course, Jonathan, as always, and Alexander Matos, and all of your abs and coffee stories.
That's
Thank you
right.
for joining
We all
us, for
say
making us
thank
all
you.
a little bit healthier.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And
thanks
probably
again.
smarter.
For sure. And thanks again to our technical team, DeathQueenVex, and to our mods who did a lot of heavy lifting in chat today. I saw them banning some spam bots, so thank you so much. We want to hear your feedback. Make sure to reach out and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram under the handle @CMAnthology or online at www.cmanthology.com.
Yeah, please also make sure to like, review, and subscribe, and comment on your favorite podcast app. Please, please.
The Exile is based on Police Your Planet by Lester Del Rey, a literary work in the public domain, and the show is produced in accordance with U.S. copyright law. Curious Matter Anthology is produced by the Knightsville Workshop in association with Effin' Funny Productions. Copyright Knightsville Workshop 2024, all rights reserved.
All right, we'll see you all in 2 weeks for the last episode.
The last episode.